His name is Jesús Trevin.
The Imagen Lifetime Achievement Award is presented to a person whose body of work has elevated the Latino image by virtue of its superior quality and significance. Jesús Trevin is such an individual. A true Latino legend, Jesús turned filmmaking into a dynamic platform for self-expression, dramatic storytelling, and historic representation.
I was born in El Paso, Texas. My parents moved to East Los Angeles early when I was just 3 years old. And so I grew up in East LA, Boyle Heights, Lincoln Heights. I think one of the seminal moments in my life was when I was 9 years old. They thought I was going to die. I was whisked away to the Children's Hospital down here on Sunset, and I lived there for 11 months. The candy stripers would come with books, and I found the first grade primer. And I read it, and I did all the exercises, and I wanted the second grade primer. And so 11 months later, I had finished off the 7th grade primer. I knew how to read, and this was magical. I was discovering science fiction. I was discovering fantasy. I was discovering all these other worlds beyond the barrio. In 1968, March of 1968, when the East Los Angeles high school walkouts happened, but I went to community meetings, and for the first time, I saw these beautiful brown people who were articulate and smart and educated and were championing education and justice and self-respect and all these ideals that I intimately wanted to be a part of. But once I got involved, I managed to get hold of a Super 8 camera. I started filming the protests, and I began to see what could be done with film. So in many ways, the Chicano movement, and certainly the early parts of it, really kind of set me on my track to being a filmmaker. And one of the things I've been committed to all my life has been to advance our image. And I think that in a world where we find so much negativism, I think it's important to posit hope. And I posit hope by showing the great things that we are, that we have been, and that we will be. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've been working on Latinopia, to really showcase our great artists and writers and poets and musicians and actors and directors. It's important that the world know how the great things that we're all doing.